Hi guys. Hi guys, good morning. Yes, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yes. If anyone yes unable to hear me, yes, rejoin the session. Just rejoin the session. If anyone unable to hear me, rejoin the session. Sorry. Just rejoin the session. Yeah, let us start. So yesterday's class. Yes, yesterday's class. Interpreter compiler discussed. Yes, about Java introduction. Bhavani, your first session. Yeah, till now just only theory concept discussed, nothing discussed. Yes, I can share videos or else. So one more batch, 11:45. 11:45 AM. Yes, we'll be starting on Monday. Starting on Monday. This is this batch on Monday. On the 7th starting. You can join. Yes, 4 demos. Yeah, fine. Then Bhavani, good. If yes, if you watch that 4 demos, then well and good. Fine. Yeah. So let us continue. I think no issue. You can continue. Okay, you can continue. Okay. Yeah, that's all. So we can continue with this. You can continue with this batch only. Yes, now here. So compiler interpreter topic discussed. What is Java? Java depends on both compiler as well interpreter. Java depends on compiler as well interpreter. Yes, reason that we discussed yesterday. Yes, in Java, no exe file concept. Everything is dot class file. Dot class file is not exe file. Yes, same topic today will be discussed. What is exe file? What is dot class file? Same topic. Now today topic is independent platform. Yes. So today topic is independent. Java is independent platform. Okay. Yes. Java is an independent platform. So Java. Yes, Java. Yes, is an independent platform. Yes. What does mean? What does it? What does mean here? What does it mean? So this is independent platform. Here, since the last 2 classes, we discussed some basics. Those are the prerequisites for the today topic. Yes, to understand today topic, last 2 classes. Last two classes introduction is a prerequisite for the today topic. Otherwise, you cannot. Okay. Otherwise, you cannot understand. Okay. 1 second. Someone is struggling to join into class. Just a minute. Yes. So Java is independent platform. What does it mean? What does it mean here? Yes, see, platform means OS. Platform means is operating system here. Platform means yes, it's operating system. So previous classes we discussed. Yes, OS is a platform. OS is a platform. OS is a platform. where we can run all the softwares. So platform means operating system. Yes, operating system. Yes, platform means operating system. Platform means operating system. Okay. Independent of platform means Java program, Java program, yes, Java program, Java program, Java program can run on any operating system. Anyways, can run in anyways. Okay, independent of platform means Java program can run on anyways here, can run on anyways. Windows or Linux, Unix, any running on any operating system. Anyways, Java program can run on anyways. That is independent of platform. Okay, fine. Yes, how Java made us independent of platform? How Java? Yes, how Java? Yes, made us independent of platform. Yes, independent of platform. How Java made us independent? Next, immediate question. Yes. How Java made us independent of platform? Let us see about this. This is yesterday topic. How Java made us independent of platform? How Java made us independent of platform? This is a question. Yes, for this purpose, first of all, yes, you must have the exe file knowledge. About exe file, you must have that exe file knowledge. So, what is exe file? Okay. Yes, 1 second. 1 second. Yes, this guy. Yes, Harsha. Yes, Harshavardhan. Yes, rejoin the session. Rejoin. Rejoin the session. Harshavardhan. Yes, this guy has to rejoin. Harshavardhan, rejoin the session. Yes, you are offline. You are offline. You are in offline. Offline. You are in offline. You are in offline. Rejoin. Rejoin the session. Rejoin. Rejoin the session. You are in offline. Rejoin. Yes, how Java made us independent of platform. Yes, how Java made us independent of platform. So for that purpose, first of all, exe file knowledge. What is exe file? If you know the exe file, yes, if you have the exe file knowledge, then easy to understand independent of platform, that features. Yes, exe file. Okay. Yes, about exe file. You see, what is an exe file? What is an exe file? Yes, what is an exe file? Exe file is a binary code file. Exe file is a binary code file. Binary code file. Exe file is a binary code file. Yes, it is a processor understandable language. It's a processor understandable language. It's a processor understandable language. Okay. Yes, it's a processor understandable language. So exe file contains what? Yes, exe file contains what? So exe file contains what? Okay, exe file contains what? 1 second, 1 second. So before that, we have one more question for you. Some question for you. Before that, some question for you. Some question. Some question. Some question for you is see exe file prepared. Prepared. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Exe file prepared on Windows OS here. Yes. Can I run? Can I run on Linux OS? This is question for you guys. Can I run on Linux OS? See exe file. Exe file prepared. Exe file. Question is exe file. Yes, exe file prepared on Windows OS. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? Yes, just I'm asking your idea. Of course, I'll explain. Yes, you don't worry, guys. I'll explain very clearly. All the topics I'll explain very clearly. Just I'm asking your idea. I'm asking your idea. Just I'm asking your idea. Yes, answer. Yes. Let me check your answers. Yes, almost everyone saying that no. No, no, no. Someone, one or two guys saying that yes. Okay. Yes, answer is no. No, we cannot run. reason. So what's the reason for this? Reason exe file is a is a OS dependent. Is a OS dependent. OS dependent. Exe file is OS dependent. Yes, immediate question: why exe file is OS dependent? Why exe file is OS dependent? Why exe file is OS dependent? Reason why exe file is this we should answer. Yes, this is important point. Why exe file is OS dependent? See, exe file is OS dependent. Anyone can tell you, any trainer, anyone can tell you here. Any website says that exe file is OS dependent. Why? Why exe file is OS dependent? Let us see. Let us see. Yes, that exe file concept. Yes, see, example, exe file. Yes, C program exe. For example, here, C program exe file. C program exe file. C program exe file prepared on Windows OS. Windows OS. C program. For example, C program exe file prepared on Windows OS. Then it contains what? Then it contains what? Then it contains okay, it contains what here? Yes, exe file. Yes, C program exe file prepared in this way, then it contains what? Yes, let us see. C program exe file. Yes. So this is C program. Yes, C. This Turbo C IDE. Yes, C and C++ both are same. No difference. Compilation, working, everything same here. This is C program, right? C program. This is C program. This is C program. Okay, this is C program. Fine. Yeah, this is C program. Okay. This is C program. Okay. C program. This is your code, your source code, right? Your C program, your code plus library added. Okay. Now backend. Let us go to backend. Let us go to backend of Turbo C. Yes, Turbo C backend. Turbo C installed in C drive. TC here installed. Yes, inside of bin that all the programs should be saving. So what's the name of the program file? Math.cpp. CPP means C++. So math.cpp. Let us see. Math M. Type M, that will take the. So math.cpp. See here. Yes, math.cpp. See here, math.cpp file here. Math.cpp. So it's a file, right? Yes, you can open. Let us open. See, edit. See that you can see same program. Backend. Notepad open here. Okay. Now let us compile this. I'm compiling. First compilation. Compiles. See when compiles. See one file generated now. When he compiled here, one file generated. One file, so object file generated. Yes, .obj file. Object file. .obj. Yet this object file contains binary code for C program. Binary code of your C program only. Only your C program binary codes. Only C program binary codes means this part. Next, libraries. Predefined libraries also having binary code. See, predefined libraries also developed in C language. Yes, stdio data, quanio data, these header files also developed in C language. Yes, these header files also having some binary codes. Okay. Yes, these header files like printf, scanf, there are different functions, right? For all that functions of binary code. These header files also having some binary codes. See, alt C, compile. So when he compiles, success. Now here, that OBJ file generated, see 9:36 AM, just now generated. Yes, 4th Feb 9:36 AM. 4th Feb 9:36 AM. Just now, yes, math.obj file created. Just now .obj file created, right? Okay. Now run it. When you run this one here, yes. See, when you run it, that application exe file created. That exe file, first exe file created, then executing .exe file, .exe file created, .exe file created, and executing it. So here at the time of creation of .exe, what happens here? See here how this exe file creating. See here C compiler, that C compiler generating exe file. How? Yes. See at the time of generating exe file, C compiler taking that math.obj file means binary code for our C program. Binary code for C, the binary code for C program. Yes, binary code for, yes, 1 second. Binary code for, yes, C library, their libraries. Bind these library also some binary codes. Binary code for C program, binary code for our program is a math.obj plus binary code for, yes, your software library, C software library means stdio datas, conv datas. Yes, binary code of these libraries plus binary code of OS library. OS library. By linking all of this, it generates exe file. By linking all of this, it just generates exe file. Okay. See here. Yes, today topic is Java is an independent platform. What does it mean? Java is an independent platform. What does it mean here? Platform means here it's a OS. OS. Java program can run on any OS. Independent platform means yes, working on any OS. Java program can run. A Java program can work on any OS here. Can work. Yes, can work on any OS. Can work on any OS. Okay. Yes. How Java made us independent platform? That is our topic. How Java made us independent platform? Yes, for that purpose. Yes, you must have the exe file knowledge first of all. Exe file. So what is an exe file? What is an exe file? What is an exe file? See, exe file is a binary code file. Yes, it's a processor understandable language. Okay. Yes, here some question. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? No. So exe file prepared on Windows OS, Windows OS, can I run on Linux OS? No. Reason exe file is a OS dependent. Exe file is OS dependent. Why exe file is OS dependent? Why exe file is OS dependent? Now let us see. Why exe file is OS dependent? Let us see. Example, for example here, C program exe file prepared on Windows OS. Then it contains yes binary code for C program, binary code for your C program, see binary code for your C program. That means that object file dot obj file, binary code for C program, binary code for our C program is that obj file, math dot obj, that object file, object file plus binary code plus binary, yes, plus binary code for binary code for C library, binary code for C library, binary code for C library, C library. Here it's a, yeah, this is C library, C library, binary code for C library plus binary codes, binary code for OS library, OS library. See, at the beginning classes, we discussed some points. At the beginning classes, see, fourth points. Okay. Yes, every program has to link with OS library before we start execution. Every program. Okay. Yes. Just wait. Naveen, wait. First, you focus on the topic. I'm explaining one topic, asking different topic. Just you focus on the topic. Try to understand topic. Okay. Later, you get your answer. Okay. Wait. Okay. Wait. Cool. Wait. I'll explain. So every program has to link. Every program. Yes. See, every program has to link with OS library. Every program has to link with OS library before going to start execution. C program linking with OS library, C++ linking, Java linking, Hadoop linking, database, Python. Yes, all application softwares have to link with OS library. After linking, the execution starts. Yes. Now in C language, what happens here? At the time of creation of exe file itself, at the time of creation of exe file itself, yes, that OS library, binary code of OS library, link with exe file generates exe file. C program exe file prepared in this OS, then it contains binary code for C program, binary code for C library, and binary code for OS library. Okay, yes. So voice library. So voice library. Yes, links with voice library. Okay, voice library. Now it's a binary code for voice means Windows voice. It's a Windows voice. Now it's a Windows voice. Okay, Windows voice. C program exe file prepared on Windows voice. Then Windows voice library. Okay, see voice library links with exe file. Yes, at the time of generation, at the time of generating generating exe file. Okay, yes, it's a static linking. Yes, it's a statically linking. It's a statically linking here. Statically linking at the time of creation of exe file itself, creating exe file. Okay, so here voice library links with exe file at the time of generating exe file. Yes, it's a statically linking. So what is dynamic linking? I'll explain next. After explaining about dynamic linking, you can understand clearly what is statically and dynamically here. After explaining dynamic linking, you can understand this also. Okay, yes. So at the time of generating exe file itself linking. So voice library links with exe file at the time of generating exe file. It's a static linking. Yes, let us take one more example. Another example. Another example. Another example. Yes. C program exe file prepared on Linux base. One second. Let me start Linux base. Yes, Linux base. Linux base. Yes, C program exe file prepared on Linux base. Linux base. Linux base. Then it contains binary code for C program, binary code for C library, binary code for Linux voice library, Linux voice library, Linux, Linux voice library. Yes, I'll show practically this is. Yes, yes. In Linux, you can see very clearly. Because Windows voice is a turbo C. It's a behind of this all things happening here, automatically happening, creating exe file, running everything happening automatically. But in Linux, we should create everything. See, yesterday I showed that. Yes, I'm repeating the topic again. Yes, that exe file. How that exe file generating in Linux base. Let us see. Yes, these are all the concepts. These concepts you must have this. Yes, as a Java developer. Yes, yes, language. When you're working on language here, some language, C language or C plus Java, Python. Yes, when you're working on some languages here, you must here like independent of base, independent platform. Yes, what is exe file? All that knowledge. Okay. Yes. See here, ls cd. CD means change of directory, changing to some amount of directory, doesn't work in directory ls. Okay. One second. Yes, I can advise you something Linux. Yes, if you have the time to learn Linux also. In software field nowadays, Linux is very, very important. Linux is an added advantage. It's an additional skill for you. Okay. Linux knowledge, yes, improves weightage of your resume. Yes, if you have the chance to learn Linux, just Linux also. Nowadays, Linux is most popular, very hot. See, one second. Yes, I'm deleting all that files. Yes, see, this is test.c program. See it is like a Windows. Here also there is a notepad. Gedit is like a Windows notepad. Gedit test.c. Test.c. Yes, open the test.c. See, this is test.c program. Yes, here also library. Hash include stdio data. A equal to B equal to 20. Yes, like this. Okay. Yes, it's a embedded C programming. Yes, in Linux based means embedded C. In real time, no one will use this Turbo C. Turbo C only learning purpose. Turbo C only learning purpose. In real time, completely Linux based. Embedded who working on embedded C, they'll work on Linux, not Turbo C. Turbo C just learning. That's it here. Okay. Yes. Now let us compile it. GCC means C language compiler. -C test. That's -C compile option. C means compile option. Only compile option. Just a compilation. Test.c. Compile, no error. ls. Test.to file generated means object file. Yes, it's a object file. It contains a binary code for our C program. Okay, binary code for C program. Now, GCC, same C language compiler. Now, yes, creating yes exe file by linking all the object files. So, project is the exe name. Yeah, this exe name can be anyone. I'm using some project name. Yes, it can be your name also, no issue. Some XYZ. Any name this is. Not test.o. Test.o. Yes. ls that exe file project exe file created. What happens here? At the time of creating exe file, GCC that yes that C language GCC is a C language company. ANCC. This C language called as ANCC. That is ANCC. It's a ANCC. It's ANCC. ANCC. Yes. Linux based C language ANCC. Yes, this is Turbo C. This Turbo C Windows based. ANSYS Linux based. American National Standard Institute. American National Standard Institute. So ANSYS, it's a Linux based. Okay, Linux based. Okay. Now project exe file generated. Yes, now GCC C language compiler generating project exe file. How this generated? By linking yes your C program object file is binary code for C program. Next binary code for yes the C library stdio.hrfl library. stdio.hrfl binary code and this Linux OS library. By linking all of these things, generating exe file. Okay. Yes. Now here, see C program exe file prepared on Linux OS. Then it contains binary code for C program, binary code for C library, binary code for Linux OS library. That is exe file. Okay. See here, Linux. There is a command, file command to check the type of the file. Check the type of suppose file. Suppose test.c. What is test.c file? See, test.c source ASCII text. Okay, what is test.c? Which is C source. C source. No file. Yes, project exe. Project file. See this file command. Checking type of file. See what's the type of the project. What's the type of file? 64-bit. Yes, this way is Linux way 64-bit. Yes, executable file means exe file. Exe file. Yes, see this. LD Linux x86 64.so2. What is this? Is Linux OS library. OS library extension is SO. OS library. See here, this is Linux OS library. Linux OS library linked to project exe file. Yes, LD underscore. Okay, LD underscore Linux. Yes, x86. 86 means it's a processor. Yes, 8086 processor. 64-bit. Yes, my system, in my system. Yes, 8086 processor and 64-bit Linux OS is 64-bit OS. .so is the extension. Dot is a version. That library version. Yeah, this is embedded C concept. It's the embedded C concept here. Okay. So this is Linux library is linked to the project exe file. Yes, see that now. Practically, it's a right. Practically showed that project exe file contains Linux OS library. Project exe file contains Linux OS library. That's it. That's it here. Okay, now run it here /projects. Okay, /project. So when you're running this one here, know that exe file using Linux OS library to communicate with the hardware components here. Okay, so that project exe file using Linux library to communicate with OS here. See, previously we discussed. See, yes. See, every program has to link with OS library before we start execution. While linking here to communicate with hardware. See, every operation has its own libraries. Why this library? Yes, communication between application software and hardware components. That means here these application softwares communicates with the hardware through the library. These applications C program or C++, that C program exe file linked with OS library to communicate with hardware. So C++ exe file using OS library to communicate with hardware. That's it here. So the what is happening inside of OS is like this. Now see this. So C program exe file prepared on Linux base and solve this. Next, one more example. Let us see one more example. Suppose C++ program. One more example. C++ program exe file prepared on Windows OS, for example. Windows OS. Then it contains binary code for C++ program plus binary code for C++ library, something like iOS team data set file. In C++, this iOS team data set file, fsteam data set file, something. Okay, next binary code for Windows OS library. Yes, that is exe file. Okay, exe file, right? So finally here what I mean to say here, exe file linked with OS library. Exe file. Yes, exe file. Yes, always. Yes, always links with OS library. Links with OS library. OS library. Exe file always links with OS library. Okay. Yes. Suppose for example, test.exe file. Test.exe. For example, test.exe file. Test.exe file prepared on Windows OS. Prepared on Windows OS. Windows OS. Then 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 it links. Then it links with Win OS library. That Windows OS library. Windows OS library. Windows OS library. Now here test.exe file. Yes, test.exe file working on different operating systems. Let us see. Working on different operating systems. Yes, how that working here? Working on different operating systems. Operating systems. Yes, operating systems are platform. Yes, different platforms. Different platforms. Okay. Yes, test.exe file. Test.exe file. Test.exe file working on test.exe file working on different operating systems. Let us see here. Yes, let us take different platforms. Different platforms. Yes, different platforms. Yes, system. Here it's a hardware. 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 On top of hardware. Yes, they say operating system. Suppose let us take first Windows platform. Yes, Windows operating Windows OS. Windows OS with the Win library. With Win library. Win library. Right? Windows OS with Win library. Win library. Okay. Now this your system is ready like this. Windows OS with Win library. That Windows library. Win library. Now on top of which now running exe file. Test.exe file. Running some test.exe file. Okay. So test.exe file. See test.exe file. So working on different operating systems. Test.exe file. So test.exe file. So test.exe file. That exe file. So test.exe that exe file. The test.exe file. Yes, placing on Windows OS. Placing on Windows OS. See test.exe file prepared in Windows OS. Then it links with Windows library. Okay, now when you try to run this test.exe file, yes, it will try to call win library, because linked here test.exe file linked with Windows OS library. Now test.exe file it will try to call Windows library. Yes, it will try to call Windows library. Yes, it's available. Yes, it will try to call Windows library. Yes, that library is available. Yes, it will call Windows library. Using that, it will communicate with the hardware components. That's it. Successfully executing. That program executing successfully. Okay. That program executing successfully. Okay, successfully finishing here. Okay. Now let us take another platform. Let us take another platform. Unix platform. Or Linux platform. Okay, another platform. Yes, Unix. Okay, Unix base. Unix base. Unix base with Unix library. Unix base with Unix base Unix library. Unix library. Okay, same test.exe file, same file, same test.exe file placing on Unix base. same test.exe file placing an Unix base. Now, when you try to run test.exe, what happens? When you try to run test.exe, it will try to call Windows library because test.exe file already linked with Windows OS library. Already linked. Static linking. Already linked. So test.exe file, it will try to call Windows library, but here is not available. The library is not matching. Okay, Windows library is not available here. Suppose if it is available, then execution, but not available. So Unix library is different, Windows library is different here. So the test.exe file, it will try to call Windows library, but here is not available, not available, simply fails. Fails here. Okay, let us take another platform. Suppose, yes, Linux platform. Let us take Linux base. Linux base with Linux library. Here. So test.exe file, same test.exe file. Yes, when you try to run on Linux base, it will try to call Windows library, but here is not available. Okay, yes, test.exe file linked with Windows OS library. Since linked with Windows OS library, it will try to call Windows library, but not available. Yes, this Linux library mismatch, not match, simply here also fails. Okay, so on Linux base fails, Unix base fails, just running on Windows base. That's it here. Okay, now why exe file is OS dependent? Yes, this is a question. Now let us answer this question. Why exe file is OS dependent? Yes, answer. Reason is here. Reason here. Why exe file is OS dependent? Reason, it contains OS library. It contains OS library. That's it. It contains OS library. Since exe file contains, linked with OS library. Yes, it is a, it is an OS dependent. It's an OS dependent. That's the reason for this. OS dependent. That's it here. OS dependent. Okay. Yes. Now, so this is about exe file. I hope everyone you understand why exe file is OS dependent. Okay. Yes. Is it clear? Yes. Practically explain that OS library. Yes. That exe file contains OS library. That practically explain here. Okay. That OS library. Yes. Instead of that exe file, this is OS library. I hope everyone you understands. So why exe file is OS dependent? Reason, it contains OS library. Is it clear? Yes, guys. Is it clear? Now let us see Java. About Java. Please respond. When I'm asking any question, just respond. My classes are different. This is interactive class. I'm expecting answer from you guys. Every time I'll be expecting answer from you guys. If he says yes, I'll go to next topic. Okay. See, generally trainers only one way they will explain your reason, but my classes like this, not like that here. Okay, if he says yes, then I'll go to next topic. Okay, I'll go to next topic. Okay, I think it's clear. Why exe file is OS dependent? Reason, it contains OS library. Since exe file contains, since exe file linked with OS library, yes, it's an OS dependent. Now let us come to Java. Yes, Java. Yes, take this example. Java program. Let us come to Java. Yes, in Java, what happens here? Java program. Yes, Java program dot class file. Java program dot class file prepared on Windows OS. Java program dot class file prepared on Windows OS. Then it contains what? Here? Java program dot class file. Okay. So binary code for C program. Binary code, not binary code. It's a byte code. Byte code for Java program. Next, byte code for Java library. Byte codes. Yes, in Java also libraries available like a C library, Java library, like java.lang package, java.io package. There are some packages. Okay, C language header file is C library. In Java, this is packages. Java package or Java library. Yes, byte code for Java program. Byte code for Java library. bytecode for Java library. That's it. No OS binary code library, nothing here. This part don't this. Yes, OS library never linked to dot class file. Okay, so here bytecode for Java program, bytecode for Java library. See, Java library also developed in Java. So Java library also developed in Java. That means a purely Java program. It's a purely Java program. Yes, it's a purely Java program. Purely Java program. Purely Java program. Yes, in bytecode format. In bytecode format. In bytecode format. What is bytecode? We'll discuss in Java. In actual Java classes we'll discuss. Yes, when started programming, that time I'll explain. Yes, it's a purely Java program. Yes, yes, in bytecode format. Yes, what is Java dot class file? Yes, dot class file is it's a purely Java program. It's a purely Java program in bytecode format. So dot class. So here dot class file, dot class file, dot class file is free from OS library, free from OS library, OS library, free from OS library. Yes, you don't have any OS library. 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 Okay, suppose for example here, yes, see Java program dot class file prepared, Java program dot class file prepared on anyways. Java program dot class file prepared anyways here. Yes, you don't have any yes OS library. Don't have any OS library. You don't have any OS library. You don't have any OS library. So dot class Java program dot class file prepared on anyways here. You don't have any OS library. Don't have any OS library. So it's a free from OS library. Okay. Yes. Now how dot class file working on different platforms? Okay. Suppose for example here tested dot class file, tested dot class file, tested dot class file, some tested dot class file. Okay, so working on different platforms, working on different platforms, different platforms, different platforms. Okay, tested dot class file working on different platforms here. Let us take same different platforms like this, like exe file. Here are the different platforms. Let us take different platforms. So tested dot class file. So tested dot class file. Tested dot class file. Okay. So hardware, on top of hardware, there's a Windows OS. Yes, Windows OS. Yes, Windows OS with Windows library here. Windows library here. Okay. Now tested dot class file placing an Windows OS. Tested dot class file placing in Windows OS. Not tested dot class file. Tested dot class file. Tested dot class file in Windows OS. Now see, can I run this tested dot class file directly? See here. See, every program has to link with OS library to communicate with hardware. Without link, cannot communicate with hardware. Now, Java dot class file don't have any OS library. Then how it can communicate with hardware? No. So this Java dot class file you cannot run directly. Yes, you cannot run here. This dot class file has to link with Windows OS library. See, dot class file is running on Windows OS. To run on Windows OS, it has to link with Windows OS library. It's not linked, not yet linked, not linked yet, right? Not linked yet. It's just a dot class file free from OS library. Just it's a plain Java, pure Java program. Don't have any OS library, but it has to link. That dot class file has to link with Windows OS library, otherwise cannot run. You can't run. So every dot class file has to link with OS library. Okay, who will link it? To link dot class file with Windows OS library here, with OS library here, just one more layer comes to picture. One more layer between dot class file and Windows OS. One more layer comes. So one more layer comes here. One more layer comes to picture. Okay, to link tested dot class file with Windows OS library, one more layer comes. What is that layer? Anyone can you guess it? One more layer come to picture. Yes, what is that layer? Anyone can you guess it? Yes, guess. Anyone can guess it. Naveen Kopiri driver. Okay. Shivatesha JVM. Akash JVM. It's good JVM. JVM content picture. Run the dot class file. JVM come to the picture. Okay. JVM come to the picture. JVM come to the picture. Okay. See, when you're running tested dot class file on Windows OS here, so that Windows JVM taking tested dot class file, Windows JVM taking tested dot class file links with Windows OS library. Once linked with Windows OS library, then communicates with hardware. That's it. So JVM takes care of linking dot class file to Windows OS library. Once linked here, an execution is generating outputs. That's it here. Let us take another platform. Yes, Linux platform. Let us take another platform, Linux platform. Line, yes, Linux platform. Yes, Linux base. Yes, Linux base. Linux base with Linux library. Linux library. Okay, Linux base with Linux library. Okay, Linux base. See, tested.class file. Yes, moving on to Windows base. After moving on to Windows base, Windows JVM taking test.class file links with Windows base library. Once linked here executes generating output. Same test.class file. Same test.class file moving on to yes Linux base. Same test.class file moving on to yes. Same test.class file moving on to Linux. So after moving at Linux base, on Linux base this is JVM. And Linux are this JVM. Now Linux JVM taking test.class file links to Linux OS library. Linking to Linux OS library. That means link changes here. Link changing. Whenever OS changing, that link changing automatically. Who will change it here? JVM. JVM. So whenever OS changing here, that link is changing automatically. See, tested.class file free from OS library. Yes, when moving to Windows OS, Windows JVM linking with Windows OS library. Same test.class file when moving to Linux OS. Then Linux JVM linking tested.class to Linux OS library. Yes, one more. Let us take another platform. Let us take another platform. Yes, let us take another platform. Let us take another platform. Okay. Yes, let us take another platform. Yes, Unix base. Unix base. Unix base. Yes, another platform Unix base. Yes, with Unix library. With Unix library. With Unix library. With Unix library. Okay. Now Unix JVM. Unix JVM. Unix JVM. See here on Unix machine this Unix base or JVM. Now Unix JVM. Unix JVM taking test.class for links with Unix library. That's it. Okay, 1 second. Just little bit more, just 1 minute. Only 1 minute. Just wait for a minute. Yes, so different operations are having JVMs. Windows is having JVM. So Windows JVM taking test.class for links to Windows OS library. Linux JVM taking test.class for links to Linux OS library. Yes, Unix JVM taking test.class file linking to Unix libraries. So what is happening? The test.class file. So whenever OS changes, there's every time of changing OS that link is changing. Test.class file. Every time of changing link, sorry, every time of changing OS, whenever OS changes, that link changes. So JVM takes care of linking to current OS. Yes, if it is running on Windows OS, links to Windows OS library. If it is running on Linux OS, links to Linux library. Yes, if it is running on Unix OS, links to Unix library. That means it's a dynamical linking. Yes, link changes. Link changes. If link changes, that is dynamic linking. Yes, in C language, what happens is the statical linking. At the time of exe file creation itself linked. At the time of creation of exe file linked. So directly executing exe file. To execute exe separate virtual machine is not necessary. To execute exe file separately virtual machine is not necessary. Because already exe file linked with OS library. Exe file is a prepared file. Exe file is already prepared file. Exe file is already linked with OS library. Statically linking, already prepared. So directly running exe file. But dot class file won't run directly. For dot class file, JVM required. Like JVM in C language, no virtual machine. Don't have any virtual machine. Virtual machine not necessary in C language. Yes, C program exe file running directly because already prepared file. Yes, C exe file or C++ or .NET exe files. Exe files are already prepared file, already prepared, already linked with OS library. So separately, yes, separately mission not required. Directly executing here. There is statical linking. Yes, when come to Java here, it's a dynamic linking. Dynamic linking. Okay. Yes. See here. Yes, in Java, what happens in Java? Java, what happens in Java? Java. Yes, Java. A dot class file. Dot class file dynamically. 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 Yes. Linking to OS library. Yes, dynamical linking to yes Java dot class for dynamical linking to yes OS library linking to OS library, OS library, OS library, yes, OS library by the JVM, by the JVM. Okay, yes, since linking dynamically, it's independent platform. Yes, since it is linking dynamically, dynamically, since linking, since it's a linking, since it is linking dynamically, dynamically, yes, dynamically, yes, dynamically to current ways, and current ways. Yes, it's an independent platform. Yes, it's an independent of yes OS. That means platform. That's it here. That's it. That is independent platform. Yes, how Java made us independent platform? Behind us is JVM. So behind this is JVM. JVM takes care of linking dot class to different operating systems. If it is Windows based, links to yes. If OS is if you're running on Windows OS, JVM linking to Windows OS library. Yes, if it's Linux, links to Linux. So depends on current running OS that link changes. Mac OS for Mac OS also same. So JVM linking to Mac OS library. Windows OS, Linux OS, Unix OS, Mac OS, Solaris. Okay, next IBM X. Like there are different operating systems in the market. In market, several operating systems are there. So JVM takes care of linking to current running OS, current OS here. That's it. That's the reason Java is independent platform. That's the reason Java is independent platform. So dot class, dot independent platform, dot class file is independent platform. Reason is that. Now here doubt is here some doubt, maybe some doubt. Is it part of OS? Question is here. JVM. JVM is it part of OS? Here doubt is JVM is it part of OS? No. JVM is not a part of OS. JVM is not a part of OS. Okay, JVM. Yes. JVM is not a part of OS. Then how getting JVM here? Just to get this JVM, we have to install JDK. So once JDK install getting JVM, see JVM is not a part of OS. JVM, yes, is not a part of OS. Okay, is not a part of OS. Is not a part of OS. Yes, to get JVM, yes, we should install JDK. We should install JDK. We should install JDK software. We should install Java development JDK software. So once JDK software install getting JVM, yes, JDK software. See JDK software. See drive. Yes, here JDK software. See here JDK software. JDK 8 and 9. Yes, I'm using 8 and 9. 8 JDK 8 software. So once installed here, yes, program files, Java, here JDK, yes, bin, yes, here this JVM, Java, this is JVM, this is JVM, this is JVM, Java sim, Java compiler, Java, yes, all the commands, all Java commands, bin directly, Java bin contains all Java commands, Hadoop bin contains Hadoop commands, Oracle bin contains Oracle commands like that. Yes, every software is a bin directory. That bin contains commands. Java is Java command. Java, it's a JVM. Okay, so JVM, yes. Okay, so JVM, so it's a part of JDK. So JVM is not part of OS. To get JVM, we should install JDK software. It's a part of JDK. It's coming from the JDK. Yes, it comes with JVM. Yes, JVM comes with JDK. Comes with JDK here. JVM comes with JDK here. Comes with JDK. Okay, fine. So the JDK should be installed. Once JDK installed here, so once JDK installed here, then getting JVM. Next, one more important point here. One more important point. See Java program tested dot class. Java program is independent of platform, but JVM is OS dependent. Okay, see here Java. Yes, Java dot class file. Java dot class file. Yes, is an independent independent of OS, but JVM is a OS dependent. JVM is a OS dependent. JVM is a OS dependent. See Java dot class file. Java dot class file is an independent of OS. Java dot class file is an independent of OS, but JVM is OS dependent. Reason, yes, reason here, reason, yes, reason, yes, JVM is a, yes, JVM is a C++ exe file. JVM developed in C. JVM developed in C++. JVM developed in C++. Okay, yes. Here dot Java file converts in dot class file by the Java compiler. Java compiler converts dot Java to dot class file. Java compiler converts, yes, dot Java file to dot class file. That yesterday topic. Yes, that yesterday topic. Java compiler converts dot Java file to dot class file here. Okay. See yesterday topic. See yesterday also practically discussed the Java compiler. See source code dot Java given to Java C compiler generating dot class file. Okay, Java C. Yes, command prompt. Yes. Suppose yesterday one example showed D drive. Yes, test folder in this dot Java program. So D drive D colon CD test folder. Yes, CLS dir. Yes, test dot Java file. See here del start dot class. Deleted CLS dir. Yes, Java C test dot Java. Yes, after compilation result file is dot class file. We got the dot class file. Okay, notepad test dot Java. See, this is Java program, hello world program, simple program, hello world program. So notepad test dot Java. Next of writing code, next we should compile it. Java C test dot Java. compiled. Yes, once it compiles, yes, it generates one dot. If no errors, generating dot class file. 10:22 a.m. Yes, 4th Feb, 10:22 a.m. here. Test it dot class file. Now we should run it here. Java test run it. That's hello world. That's it here. Okay, yes. Yes, that's it here. Okay, yes. So here Java C compiler, yes, compiling Java program and generate dot class. Yes, 1 second. This topic I'll repeat 1 second. Yes, Java installation and running fast program. How to install Java. Yes, tomorrow class. Tomorrow class Java installation. Next Eclipse installation. How to develop the Java program in Eclipse. Next, how to develop in Notepads. That examples tomorrow topic. Tomorrow topic will discuss. Don't worry. Bhavani, don't worry. Tomorrow, yes, the topic, same topic exactly getting. Okay. Yes, again repeating tomorrow. Okay. Fine. Yes. Now here. So reason JVM is a C++ exe file. Okay. See, Sunsoft they developed separate JVMs for separate operations. JVM for Windows space, JVM for Linux space, yes, JVM for Windows space. Yes. Now here some question. Suppose JDK downloaded for the Windows OS. Windows JDK. Windows JDK. Can I install on Linux base? So this is to installing on Windows base. Can I install Linux base? No. No. Reason JDK OS dependent. Reason it contains JVM. JDK contains JVM. JDK contains JVM. JDK contains JVM. Since JVM is a OS dependent, JDK also OS dependent here. JDK also OS dependent. Okay. So for different operations, different JDK you have to download it here. For different operations. For different operations. Yes, JDK, for example, JDK 1.8 downloads. Okay, see Oracle Corporation, Java Oracle Corporation. See downloads. JDK 17, 1 second. Yes, Java SE8, see this. JDK, see there are downloads, different JDKs. There are different JDKs, right? Different JDKs. JDK for Windows, yes, for yes. In our case, we should go for this one, last one. We should download this one. JDK 8 for Windows OS. Okay, JDK for Windows OS, JDK for Solaris OS, yes, JDK for Mac OS, JDK for Mac OS, Mac, yes, JDK for Mac OS, JDK for Linux OS. In Linux also we have different, like this is for Ubuntu, tar.gz for Ubuntu, Ubuntu Linux base. This is Red Hat Linux base, Red Hat. Okay, like this there are different operations. Like JDK for Linux base, JDK for Mac OS, JDK for Solaris, yes, JDK for Windows base. So different JDKs for different operations. This case, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, yeah, network changed. Yes, yes, one network is down. I have changed network. Yes, the previous that Wi-Fi was done due to power off. I have changed it to another network. Okay, yeah, fine. Now this is right. So JDK, different JDKs for different operations requirements. That's it. Okay. So here, how Java made us independent platform? Yes, the behavior is this. Yes, yes, you understand, guys, clearly how Java made us independent platform. So behind of this is JVM. JVM. JVM takes care of making Java as independent platform. Okay, depends on OS. Whenever OS changes, that link changes automatically. So since is linking dynamically, since Java program linking dynamically with OSK, it's independent of platform. That's the reason. Okay. Yes. See, exe file and dot class file. What's the difference? See this. Exe file, dot class file. Yes, about exe file already we discussed. About dot class file also already we discussed. Exe file completely discussed. About dot class file also very clearly discussed. Now let us compare this. Let us compare this. See, first 2 points. Exe file. It's a binary code. Same points already explained. Just I'm comparing now. Exe file. It's a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. Exe file is a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. It's a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. See, what is dot class? It's a byte code. Exactly what is byte code? Java programming will discuss. After finishing first program, I'll explain. Tomorrow topic is Java installation and writing first program. Java installation, Eclipse installation and writing first program, tomorrow topic. So dot class file. Yes, it's a byte code file. It's a byte code file. It's a JVM understandable language. Okay. So next difference. Next point. Next difference. See that next difference. See, it contains program codes. Exe file contains program codes. Software library, OS library. Okay, it contains program codes, software library, and OS library. What is dot class? Dot class is purely Java program. It don't have any OS library. Dot class file don't have any OS library. It contains binary code for Java program plus binary code for Java library. That's it. It's a pure Java program. Pure Java program. Okay. Yes. Next one here. Next one. See, exe file is prepared for specific OS. Exe file is prepared for specific OS because OS library statical linking. See, OS library linked. Okay. So exe file is a prepared file specific OS. Reason OS library statical linking with exe file. Is a prepared for specific OS. Okay. Dot class file is not a prepared file. It's not a prepared. Okay, dot class file. See, dot class file is not a prepared file. It don't have any OS library. It don't have any OS library. See, OS library dynamically linking with dot class file at runtime. So OS library dynamically linking with dot class file runtime. So it's not a prepared file. Okay, exe file is already prepared, already linked with OS library. But dot class file after moving on to OS, depends on OS that link changes. But exe file link is fixed. Fixed means statically. Statically means fixed. That link is fixed. Never changes. That link never changes. Is a fixed. It's a fixed. It's a static link. But yes, Java, that link changes at runtime. So dynamically changes here. Dynamically, it's a dynamical linking. I think it's clear. Statically linking, dynamical linking. Statically linking, dynamical linking, it's cleared. Okay. Yes. Next. Yes. See exe file. Yes, exe file is already prepared one. Before moving to OS, before running only here, before we run already prepared directly running. Separately virtual machine not necessary. To run the exe file separately virtual machine not necessary. Directly exe file running. Okay. Dot class file is not a prepared file. After moving on to OS, JVM prepares as per current OS. JVM prepares means JVM taking dot class linking, preparing means linking to current OS. Prepares as per current OS. That's it. Okay. Next, see exe file. Next, see exe file. See exe file executes faster than dot class file. Exe file executes faster because exe file is binary code file already linked with OS library. So already prepared. So directly running. Exe file contains binary code system understandable language. Exe file contains directly system understandable language and already linked, already prepared. So directly execution. But when come to dot class file, what happens here? Dot class file is a byte code. Dot class a byte code. That byte code first of all has to convert into binary code. That byte code has to convert into binary code. After converting into binary codes, links to OS library. At the topic we'll discuss in JVM. JVM topic is available separately. That time we'll discuss. Okay, see, as a part of JVM, see, one second, JVM, yes, Java program executing by the JVM, Java program executing by the JVM. See, as a part of JVM, this is interpreter. One second. Yes, after finishing first program, explaining about interpreter. So this is your first program on Eclipse. On Eclipse first program, Eclipse next using Notepad. Yes, of explaining first program, topic is JVM topic. JVM topic. Yes, JVM topic, JVM. Yes, as a is JVM. As a part of JVM, this Java interpreter. Java interpreter. The Java interpreter taking bytecode, converting to bytecode, links with OS library. Okay. So this interpreter taking bytecode, converting it to bytecode and links with OS library. So here conversion task and linking task, both happens at runtime here. Okay, both happening at runtime. Okay, both happens. Both happens. See, IntelliJ in Java, generally no one is using IntelliJ. IntelliJ is suitable for the Hadoop applications and Python applications. Hadoop and Python you can see IntelliJ. For Java, Eclipse is recommended. A Java applications, no one will use IntelliJ. So 99.99 companies using Eclipse only because Eclipse has many options compared to IntelliJ. IntelliJ is very poor. IntelliJ very poor. So better you go for Eclipse only. Don't use IntelliJ. Okay, almost all applications developing on Eclipse, not IntelliJ. Yes, next here, see, exe file executes faster than dot class file because already prepared. Okay, dot class file is preparing at runtime. So preparing at runtime means converting it to binary code or linking to OS library. That is happening at runtime. So slowly executes. So here exe file already prepared directly executes. But dot class are preparing at runtime. Preparing at runtime here. Since preparing at runtime slowly running here. So compared to exe file somewhat slow. Okay. Yes, not dead slow. Compared to exe file little bit slow. That's it here. See, next one more important point here. Yes, to run exe file, that application software not required to install. To run exe file, application software not required to install. What does it mean? Suppose this is Linux. Okay, see in my system, yes, Ubuntu 1, Ubuntu 2, Ubuntu 3, Ubuntu. There are 4 Linux machines are running. Yes, I'm using 4 Linux machines. Okay, see in this first Linux here, yes, C compile installed here. Means C software installed. In this Linux here, in this Linux base, C software installed. Okay, that project exe file generated. Now this project exe file, you can move to second Ubuntu or third Ubuntu. Any same ways that exe file moving to same ways you can run directly. And second Ubuntu again C software not necessary. Yes, in first Ubuntu C software installed, then exe file created. That exe file you can move to similar ways. Yes, not different operation. Move to similar ways and can run directly. To run another Ubuntu, C software not necessary. C software not necessary. Okay, yes. To run exe file, that application software means C software not required to install, directly running. Okay, but to run dot class for JDK should be installed. Without JDK, Java program never running. Because dot class preparing at runtime, who will prepare it? JVM. Yet to get the JVM, JDK requires. There's Java program running with JVM. Okay, further JVM requires. JVM required, right? Means JDK should be installed. Okay, so to run the Java program, compulsory JDK software required. To run the Java program anywhere, JDK required. But to run the exe file, once exe file prepared, C software not are required. That is working on similar ways directly here. To run on same operating system, here, again C software not necessary to install here. Directly can run it. You can run it here. That's it. So this is difference between exe file and dot class file. Yes, all the points explained, now repeated comparison. Yes, about exe file already we have discussed. About .test files already discussed. Just compared for better understanding purpose. Just compared these two things. I think you guys clear, right? Exe file .test file difference. Independent platform. Exe file .test file. All these concepts are cleared. Yes, you guys, you understand? Hello, you understand clearly? Yes, I think today is very interesting class, no doubt. Yes, compared to the last 4 sessions. Yes, today class is very interesting class. Next, one more thing I'll tell you. Yes, independent platform. Yes, no Java trainer will explain like this. I'm sure almost all Java trainers they will explain independent platforms, independent ways working on any ways. JVM makes the Java is independent platform. That's it. How made us independent platform? This much of explanation, practical explanation, exe file dot plus the practical explanation. No one will explain. I'm sure. Even in Google search for any website, in websites, Google, just in Google search for this difference between exe file dot plus file. Yes, no website will give this much of information. I'm sure this is all that my experience. See, my experience, my knowledge is more than Google. Even Google also will not reach my experience. Okay. Yes, many websites are there. Even that websites also may not reaching my experience. Okay. See, yes, most of the authors with their off knowledge only they have written books. They have written websites. But I have not written any website, no books. No books, no websites. Because I'm busy with my work. Okay. Yes, I'm not a commercial. Okay, most of the yes, just they wanted to make the cash. They wanted to yes financial. So to they wanted to cash the students. For that is they are writing books and preparing websites. Okay, preparing websites. Okay, but I don't want that kind of financial things on this because I have very good job. I have very good job. Okay, I have very good job. See, yes, my package 45 lakhs package. You can't believe. This is my package. This is my package. Yes, even I have that package. I'm taking classes. It's my passion. Yes, taking teaching is my passion. Teaching is my passion. Okay. Yes, I wanted to deliver my skills. Yes, I wanted to present my skills. I wanted to share my knowledge to yes most of the students. Teaching is my passion. I have very good job and very good assets also. My everything my own assets. I have a lot of assets. Even I'm not working, yes, I can survive easily in my life. I have very good assets and I have the very good salary. Even I'm taking classes means it's my passion. It's my passion, my interest. Teaching is art. It's not easy. Okay, I have the good presentation skills. I have the good English, good communication skills. I have the excellent subject. So why not deliver all this? See, next one more thing here. All these I'm explaining, right? For expression purpose. Yes, I need not to prepare anything. Without preparation, I can explain because that my experience. Yes, if you have the experience, why preparing? It's not necessary. My experience, just I'm sharing with you. That's all. I'm not doing anything. Just my experience, I'm sharing with you. Okay. For the class purpose, I'm not preparing anything. Okay. I'm not reading any book. I'm not reading yes any websites. See next one more thing. See our document. Yes, this our document compare with any website nowhere matching. Yes, our document content nowhere matching with websites, nowhere matching with other trainers. See, most of the trainers they are copying my document. Most of the trainers they are copying my document. The document they are explaining. See, in Amiripet, most of the trainers are my students. Okay, most of the trainers, including Durga sir. Durga sir also my student. Durga sir and his brother Nagoor, they are my students. Yes, 2003. on 2004, 5, 3 years. Yes, I have taken classes that time. Okay, after that later I went to VS. So before going to VS, I have taken classes. So that time, yes, most of the now currently trainers were students for me. That time they are students, now they are teaching you. Okay, yes. See, most of the trainers they learn somewhere and teaching somewhere. Learning in some institution and teaching some other institution. Sometimes learning in the institution, same institution, they are converting to faculties. Okay, because they don't get any job. They are tried for job, but not getting job. So what's the yes, how to survive in their life? Some income required. For income purpose, they will teach. But my way is not like that. Okay, after getting experience, I'm taking classes. Without experience, I will not take any class. Okay, yeah, that's all. Yes, about this exefl class independent of platform. I hope everyone you understand very clearly. Okay, yes, going forward, you can see yes how much in depth I'll be teaching here. Okay, every day by day, your class are very interesting here. Okay. See, generally, most of the trainers first beginning 5 to 6 classes or 10 class very interesting. Okay. Till paying you fees, they will teach interestly. After you paying fees, yes, they'll start. Yes, they'll start their attitudes. Okay. After you paying fees and join into batch here, they will start their attitudes. Okay. So day by day, yes, interest decreasing. But my case is not right. Day by day, every day you get the interest. Day by day increasing interest. Even support also. Yes, every any minute to minute I will communicate with you. Now already communicating. I think you're observing already. Yes, you guys are already observing here. Minute to minute I'm communicating with you. Minute to every minute I'm communicating with you. Okay. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Yes, any doubts? Any doubts? That's all for today. Any doubts? See, 1 second. Just a minute. Just wait for a minute. Yes. Still anyone submit your details? Yes, share to my WhatsApp. This is my yes WhatsApp number. Yes, this is my WhatsApp number 8179 189 123. Share your details. Still anyone to share your name, next WhatsApp codes, next WhatsApp time you are attending the time, next your Gmail ID. Gmail ID. Here this is your group. Already group created. Okay. Here this is already communication is going on. It's group communication. All that every communication is going on. Every communication. Every communication. Yes, today, see, yes, these are main groups, lifetime supports. Yes, today morning, 8 o'clock. Yes, unexpectedly, I explained about software history. Software history. Yes, since 1945 to today, 1945 to today, what was happening in software field? Complete history, almost more than 1 hour class taken. Yes, unexpectedly it came. Okay. Yes, that's complete software history expenditure. See, 1993 started. Yes, my engineering. Before 1993, just only C language and Python, Windows is there. After 1993, only everything came to the market. So I have live experience. So every software, when releasing, what's the purpose of that software? I know that live. So that the same thing, that experience shared. Year-wise software release. Okay, since 1945 to yes 2004. Yes, I'll share to your group also. Don't worry. Yes, these lifetime. Yes, see. Yes, you guys, your batch members also will be added to this group 5. Now group 1 completed, group 2, group 3, group 4, now group 5. I'll add to group 5. Okay. Yes, I'll add to yes, you guys will be adding to group 5. So once group 5 completes, group 6. Yes, almost more than 1,000 members information gathered. Yes, I'd added this lifetime support. like job support and all this. Job information, suppose in our company, yes, any recruitment is done, sharing that information like this. See, Capgemini, graduates required. Next, our company requirements. See, this is our company requirements. Our company requirement shared. Okay, yes, even yes. Recently, 13 students were selected in our from our batches. 13 students selected for our company. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's all for today. Still, anyone to share information, share to this. It's my WhatsApp. Please take it. Still, anyone to share? Yes. Anyone to share? Just share it. It's my WhatsApp number. Yes, I'll add to group. Still, anyone pending? Yes, anyone? Yes, still to submit, please submit here. Okay, fine. That's all for today. Yes, will you continue tomorrow? Yes, yes, tomorrow, same link, same time. Tomorrow topic is installing Java installation. Tomorrow topic is Java installation. Don't miss it here. Java installation. Java installation and Eclipse. And Eclipse. Don't miss tomorrow topic. This is Java programming starting. Java programming starting. Yes, if you miss this one, next you can't understand. Eclipse, how to work on Eclipse. Eclipse IDE, working on Eclipse. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Yeah, that's all. So thank you guys. Yeah, same link tomorrow also same link, same time 9:15 exactly. So thank you guys. See